Good evening, everyone. It is Friday. It's about 10 o'clock here on the West Coast. I am Mike. I'm the host of the Washington Wrestle Talk podcast. And I just want to send a quick thank you to the Lingerie Fighting Championships for, tagging me in a post that they did on Twitter the night I did my live broadcast for, with an in-depth look at their organization. I just want to say thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm very humbled and very, very grateful. Oh, excuse me, very grateful that you guys did that. They tagged me in a post again this evening as part of a fan appreciation. Again, I'm very, very flattered, very humbled, and very grateful for everything. I think you guys are just phenomenal, and, I see nothing but great things in your future. I'm really excited for Monday. Monday will be a live podcast beginning at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock here on the West Coast. I will be interviewing what I call the fastest rising star in the LFC, and she is it's going to be genuinely a real honor and privilege of mine to interview her via Skype. Of course, I'm talking about Tomiko. So at 7 o'clock West Coast time, I will be podcasting the interview with Tomiko via Skype. She wondered how I was able to pull it off, and I told her, well, I've got the one nice thing about having prepaid mobile services and whatnot is you have to buy phones outright, and I somehow have amassed quite a collection of phones, and one of them I actually bought last year, but I was having some issues with it on my trip back in October, November. So right now it's just a Wi-Fi enabled only phone. So, with that in mind, let's get to some news here. Of course, this week, this past Tuesday, WWE superstar Luke Harper, real name John Huber, requested his release from the company, which didn't really come as a shock because he and Eric Rowan were, of course, the Bludgeon Brothers tag team, and they had a decent run last year, winning the tag titles at WrestleMania last year and holding them until SummerSlam, when I believe it was Rowan that got injured, and then Harper got injured in a house show. I'm not too certain of that one, but both Rowan and Harper were injured. That put an end to the Bludgeon Brothers team. And then here in February, Rowan comes back as the enforcer for the new Daniel Bryan, and nobody had seen Harper on TV. It was revealed that Harper actually had been cleared since early February to return to the ring, but he didn't make his return until WrestleMania Access, when he faced off with Donovan Dijakovic from NXT, and then when he was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Harper, in his tenure with WWE, he signed in 2012, was a part of the Wyatt family in NXT, winning the NXT tag team titles with Rowan, and then the Wyatt family appeared on WWE programming in 2013. So for the past 6 years, Luke Harper has been on WWE programming. He's a former tag champ and a former Intercontinental champion. So, but as of now, they still have not released him. Another person that had asked for their release was Sanity member Alexander Wolfe. The stable Sanity consisted of Eric Young, Alexander Wolfe, Killian Dane, and Nikki Cross. Well, because of the superstar shakeup this past week, um, Eric Young is now on Monday Night Raw, whereas Dane, um, Nikki Cross, and um, Alexander Wolfe are still on SmackDown. And now the word is that Wolfe was disappointed with his, initial push, and well, we really hadn't seen Sanity on television, although they did have a tables match with the New Day at Extreme Rules last year that they won. So, yeah, I really don't have an opinion of Alexander Wolfe other than he came from WXW in Germany. He might go back to Germany if they do grant him his release. And another superstar asking for their release was Sasha Banks. Of course, I mentioned that she was unhappy about losing the women's tag titles so quickly, especially at WrestleMania. She canceled her appearance on the Wendy Williams show. She was on vacation with her husband and, Kalisto and his wife. But the latest word is that the WWE has told her to take some time off to just to cool off and reassess everything. An injured NXT star made his in-ring return last night at a NXT house show in Lakeland, Florida. Keith Lee, who had been out for the better part of a month, made his return when he joined forces with Baba Tunde, who I don't know if you guys saw the Greatest Royal Rumble, but he was in that, and that's the only time we've ever seen Baba Tunde. And the newest NXT signee, Kushida, to defeat the trio of Roderick Strong, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Lee had been in a feud with Donovan Dijakovic. In fact, they actually had a match at the Battle of Los Angeles tournament for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla in 2017, and it was rated a 5-star match by Dave Meltzer. But now that Lee is back in action, that rivalry is going to probably pick back up, and we'll probably see it at a takeover in the very near future. Excuse me for 1 second. And that comes directly from... Okay, I'm looking at Deadspin right now. Nothing really good there. I was actually indulged in some light reading this evening. It was called The Mueller Report. The Shield has their final match as a team on Sunday because Dean Ambrose, his contract expires at the end of this month. So it's unclear if he's going to go to Ring of Honor, All Elite, New Japan, or, go return to the Indies, where he made a name for himself in Combat Zone Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, the now defunct Dragon Gate USA. But it will be the Shield versus... It's going to be basically the same match they had at Elimination Chamber. Shield versus Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. But the WWE Network is going to stream this live this Sunday, Easter Sunday. At the Tax Slayer Center Arena in... Where's Tax Slayer? Moline, Illinois, I think, is what they said. And also, they're advertising that current Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor will defend the title against Elias, which is also scheduled to be part of the network special. So, yeah, nothing good there. New Japan star Hikuleo, who is the youngest brother of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, the Gorillas of Destiny. He's set to make his Ring of Honor debut at the 2019 War of the Worlds tour. Hikuleo was a young lion Um, he signed with New Japan in 2016 and was trained by Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley at the Team 3D Academy. And he stands about 6'8", and he's the youngest of the three brothers. Um, so it looks like Hikuleo will be wrestling in Buffalo, Toronto, Grand Rapids, and Chicago. We don't know who is going to appear at the Ring of Honor show in Portland in June. They haven't released any details about that. Looks like Easter Sunday, Braun Strowman will be throwing out the first pitch for the Milwaukee Brewers game as the Brewers take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's going to be and Strowman actually took a picture of the jersey that the Brewers gave him and posted it on Facebook or Twitter. He said, "This is going to look good in the man cave. # Brew Crew." And it has Strowman 99. I'll have to ask my friend Becca, who's a Brewers fan, if she's going to go to that game. And the tweet he sent before that was, "This Sunday I will be throwing out the first pitch for the Brewers home game. I can't wait to watch the Dodgers. # get these hands. Come out and see me. Game starts at 1 p.m. So in a special Easter Sunday game for Milwaukee Brewers fans, you get to see Braun Strowman. And now, if you've been following my podcast lately, I do a profile on, a company or, a specific company or a specific individual, that's in the session world business. So tonight, I'm doing my profile on somebody that I'm very familiar with. I've met this young lady once. It wasn't for a wrestling session, however. I've emailed her back and forth. I have, we follow each other on Twitter. Her name is Monday Jones, and she's based out of Portland, Oregon here. She does offer webcam and Skype and video chats, and, she called me up on the phone. She does not do, however, competitive or semi-competitive wrestling, just fantasy wrestling. She also is, I posted a very detailed review of my meeting with her. She has a website. At least I thought she did. Yeah, at least I thought she did. Yes, she does. Her website is mondayjones.com. And, of course, you have to be 18 in, to be in, the adult, entertain, websites. She is a dominatrix. And, she does dominatrix things as well, but she also is a healer. She does Reiki sessions, and, she does color therapy, hydrotherapy, electrotherapy, meditation. She's an ordained minister. She does fire cupping. I have, she's been exposed to the benefits of Eastern medicine her whole life and 15 years in the Western medical field. I can tell you firsthand that she is a wonderful human being. She, when I met her, it was my first ever Reiki session. And I'm here to tell you, I was